Welcome to Community Ketchup.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
hello.
how's it going?
I was like, are you going to say hi, Pooch?
He's not here again. Look at this guy, not
This
even
guy
showing up. He
on the
can't even be
TV.
here to sit in this chair right here. He's just like
Coming
off
at you from,
on his own.
From Pooch's Bazaar. We're wheeling and dealing here. I have all kinds of fabulous things.
I was going to say, you do kind of have a bunch of crud everywhere behind you.
This is my crud palace.
How's it going?
I was like, are you going to say hi, Pooch?
It's
He's
you
not
know,
here
process
again.
fit.
Look
You
at
Oh,
gotta
this
wait,
guy.
wait, wait, wait.
Did you
On
can't
the
even
TV.
be here
No,
to
I
sit in this
didn't.
chair
Oh, my
right here.
gracious. Hold on.
It's not me.
Oh.
What are we holding?
On his own.
From Pooch's Bazaar. We're wheeling and dealing here.
Okay, it's not me.
It's
not me.
Oh, it is me.
It is you.
Okay,
Every time, Heather.
it's
Every
not
time.
going.
Every time.
It's not my fault. Oh, my gosh. Amateurs.
Blame Pooch.
Freaking amateurs.
Blame Pooch.
It was me. Hi, everyone. Sorry for that nonsense. How are you
All right,
doing
can we go?
this week? Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Are you
Greetings,
taking-
everybody. Welcome to Community Ketchup, the fortnightly stream where we go over the tags that you, the viewers, submit in the makersphere at large. We have a fantastic show for everybody this week. We're featuring the amazing 3D Gloop,
Woo woo!
right? Woo woo.
What's
Yeah.
up?
We're going to go over all kinds of really awesome projects that were submitted. How many tags? We got a ton of tags, right?
Yes. Not that you would
Tons
know.
of tags.
You have no idea.
Well, we count on Heather to keep track of all the tags, and then we
True.
count on Travis to tell us what episode number it is.
I
Travis,
don't know what
episode
it is. It's 27.
Dang.
Oh, that's my
really?
favorite number, 27.
It is Travis's favorite number, 27. He tells
27
Any-
episodes in a row.
Yeah, anytime
Ready
Ari
to go.
says, how many of this can I have? And Travis says, you can have 27.
27.
Always. Ari wants
All
to
right.
play. Sorry. Oh, Ari wants to play VR and she's having problems and we're out of control here. Hi, I'm Heather, aka at DD Heather.
Did he already introduced himself?
No,
right?
he didn't.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll come back around.
Well, there was that one time that you completely forgot me, so I'll just do it. I'm Travis,
No,
A
I
Pyro
didn't
Design.
even finish.
Okay, go ahead.
At DD Header on all the things, hashtag 3D Pink Mafia, and go ahead.
Travis from A Pyro Design, but I feel like our audience, like that's in here, already knows us. So
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm Alan Puccinelli, aka Pooch, aka Repcord on all the things. Like, subscribe, follow, smash that like button if you haven't already. You never
Smash.
say that.
don't
Smash
say
it.
it. Don't say it.
don't hit the dislike, because that's
Yeah.
mean.
We're gonna find you. If you're those people out there that
Those two
dislike
people.
us every week, there's 2 people every week.
Every week.
But now we're gonna get a bunch more. We just taunted. We just asked for it.
And Cyber Dustin's already asking. He's like, how come my dragon looks like it's missing the head and a wing?
Well, it is Cyber Dustin,
About
and it was
that.
my fault. I'm sorry.
Travis intentionally decapitated your dragon.
And
took
why?
his kappa
Why did he do that?
clean off. Because it's we're gonna do some live glooping, right?
We're gonna
Live
gloop.
gloop.
We're gonna gloop. This
Gloop all the things. Gloop all the things.
this Fortnite sponsor is 3D Gloop. If you have not tried 3D Gloop, make sure you check out www.3dgloop.com.
That's the stuff.
That is the
she said.
stuff. Yes, that's the stuff.
That's the stuff.
Yeah. So what are we gonna
Well,
do?
do we have any announcements?
We
do we
do.
have any follow-ups?
Wait.
Do we have a
Please hold. We do. Okay, so our first announcement is the Catchy just submitted a poll. We're trying to make sure that everyone is getting their tags included. We're seeing a few handles aren't for whatever reason, and we're trying to iron that out. So I just want to make sure make sure you take that poll. And then secondly, our friend Graybeard started a YouTube channel. Well, I think he's had a YouTube channel for a while, but go over and sub to him. He's doing cool stuff over there. So that was it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it
very
on
cool.
our special announcements. And we're not going to talk about follow-ups yet, right? We'll talk about follow-ups after.
You know what? It's your world, boss. We'll do it however you want.
Yes, go submit to Graybeard. Very cool. Okay, we will talk about follow-ups after.
Only 8 more subscribers for Grave.
I know, to get to 100 this weekend.
All right, let's get in there.
All right, let's do it. Do it. Is that
With that said,
We're going to do the splat.
it's time for the splats.
And with the splat, we have Andrew from 3D Gloop. Nice.
Greetings, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. Can you hear us?
How's it going?
Oh, I was like, are you there?
Andrew, if you would be so kind as to give us your elevator pitch, your intro to the people, tell them who you are, what you do. Go.
Sure. Well, I'm Andrew. I'm one of the smart guys here at 3D Gloop. If you aren't familiar with 3D Gloop, we are an adhesive for 3D printers and the prints they make. We like to say that it's multi-purpose. You can use it as a print bed adhesive, keep those troubled, stubborn prints stuck firmly to your print bed. You can use it to glue your prints together, stronger than pretty much any other glue out there. And then we have some kind of interesting uses where you could use it to smooth out those layer lines in the 3D prints. Came a little bit after when we were developing the glue. It's one of a happy accidents, like, oh, hey, we can smooth PLA 3D prints. Pretty neat.
Love happy accidents. We're all about them.
Oh, you're the Bob Ross of 3D printing adhesives. No, I honestly, it's I think like the most popular adhesive I've ever heard of, other than like super glue, right? Because super glue is not amazing.
They're closing the gap on CA glue as we speak, I'm sure, every day, right? Right, Andrew?
That's the hope.
Yeah, true story, right? So
Looking to dethrone the champ.
So let's go over real quick. So currently you have PLA Gloop, you have ABS Gloop,
Yep.
not Group, and then you have PET G Gloop beta testing, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Nice. Okay. So we got some. I'm so excited. And so they're normal. I know. Look, Pooch has some
There it
too.
is.
So it comes in a normal bottle like this, 120 milliliters, and then we've also got a little 15 milliliter tube. So this is great. This is what we're going to use tonight on the show, just because of what we need to gloop. We are going to gloop Cyberdustin's Adelena that he sent us because Travis
I did not break it, I swear.
broke it. And then we're
Blame
also...
Pooch.
I'll
take the blame.
Yeah, blame Pooch. He's not even here, and we can blame him. And then
He knocked it off from
Yeah, he knocked it off from where he's at.
I don't remember where
And then my lovely Sour Patch Kid has a neck wound that we're going to repair. Is this going to work, Andrew? Tell us.
Yeah, it should work. Recommend using that squeeze tube.
Yes.
With that one, you know, it's going to be a little hard to get the gloop down in there. You're going to have to spread it open. Honestly, if it was completely broken, it would be easier to glue together. But
Off with his head. Off with his head.
Oh, my Sour Patch Kid.
He's broken now.
with his head.
Hey, he was completely broken the whole time.
Andrew said to do it.
Andrew said to do
decapitate
it.
the gummy.
Okay, well, there we go.
He's decapitated.
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm really impressed with this setup because it just reminds me of my old modeling days. You know, the old modeling glue tubes, even.
Whoa.
But it makes it really nice for getting some good detailed affixing. And we'll talk in a minute about this. But you guys are releasing a spray too, aren't you, Andrew?
yeah, we're actually working on an aerosol. We can get into it a little bit later.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Little teaser there.
So we're going to start asking Andrew some hard-hitting questions. And while we do that, Travis and I are going to get prepped because like any and many 3D printing additives... Whoa, is that our... Sorry about that noise. That's
because
our
we have
neighbors.
traffic.
It's because we have the window.
We
We're
have the
trying to be
window
well
open.
ventilated.
We want to be well ventilated.
I can't get these gloves on.
You want to make sure that you're utilizing your gloop in a well-ventilated area. If you aren't in a well-ventilated area, as we really aren't, you want to make sure that you wear a ventilator or a mask. You just want to make sure you wear gloves and safety goggles. So we're going to safety up. As Joel always says, what? Safety first, kids.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk to Andrew about some goodies while we gloop. Does that sound cool? Is that cool? Can we gloop and ask questions at the same time?
I think so.
It's cool with me.
I think we
Okay.
can do it.
You good, Andrew? You're good with that?
This doesn't fit around
Andrew,
my
while
headphones.
they're glooping, maybe you can give us a little bit of background about what inspired you to create Gloop.
Sure. So Gloop actually started about 1.5 years ago. It was kind of out of our own necessity. if you will. So the other Andrew, two Andrews here at we've always been big nerds, and we love 3D printing. Our professional jobs as mechanical engineers got us to use 3D printers pretty much every single day. From consumer grade, FDM style, all the way up to SLS, and beyond. So we were always developing, mechanical components that needed either to be fastened together or glued together. And we always had this issue when it came to the consumer level, filaments that are very popular, like PETG and PLA.
Right.
And so what we really kind of started struggling with, was just getting these parts to stick together in certain prototypes and situations. So like, well, wait a second, there's a better way to do this. I had a background in chemistry. I'm a mechanical engineer, chemical engineer. And so, I was like, okay, let's see if we can come up with a better solution to this problem. Over time, it was, throughout many iterations, we decided to try and create from the ground up an adhesive, not using like super glue or other epoxies out there, but literally look at the molecular structure of the polymers and figure out if there's a better way to bond these polymers together. Over the course of 6 months. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, so you were already 3D printing, right?
Yes.
And then you're like, we need to glue our stuff together.
Yeah.
But we need to be
over the
cool
course of about 6 months, we, tested batch after batch, tried to, engineer a different elastomer every single time. I'm throwing some technical terms out there. I can elaborate a little bit more on those later. It took of testing, and then eventually we came up with stuff that sort of worked okay. But we wanted to see if we could make it better, and with everything, especially in the 3D printing community, it's really about the community, and hey, give me ideas. Can I bounce some ideas off you, or can you try this? Tell me what worked and what didn't work. Out to our mechanical engineering friends and partners, and had them test out the product, and they gave us valuable feedback and allowed us to tweak the formula a little bit here and there. And then eventually we arrived to something that worked really well, and we were like, okay, well, I guess let's just try and see if people are interested in this, and we could sell it online. So over the course of a month or so, we built this little website, and we were going to originally just, send the links out to a few people and say, hey, look what we've done. But after a while, we're like, wait a second, we could actually turn this into a product once we started getting more feedback from people.
Yeah.
And, then we launched a Kickstarter almost a year ago.
Right. So how long, though, were you actually testing before you even decided to release the Kickstarter? Yeah,
so it was a good 6 months, if not more, of testing, just different formulations. And that was every single day. It wasn't just, test it one day and then 2 weeks later you get another batch in and you can test it. Since we were engineering everything from the ground up, we had control, of the entire formulation, and so every single day we were coming up with 2, maybe even 3 new formulas, testing just different variations.
That's crazy. To elaborate a little bit, I know you said your background was in chemistry, so was it just in like basic chemistry, or what was your educational background in that?
Yeah, so, basically chemical engineering, your basic, chemistry sort of stuff. But, being an engineer, you always see these problems and you're like, hey, I can solve this problem. And if I'm not smart enough to solve this problem, I can learn and make myself smarter. Over the course of, about 6-7 months, started really diving deep.
I gotta cut you off, man. That was freaking amazing. I haven't used this stuff yet, and I just glooped this together, and it's holding instantly. I've never experienced anything like that.
Okay, so that comes to our next question: is why would somebody want to use this instead?
I would want to use this because this is freaking amazing.
Yes,
Holy crap!
Instead of regular glue, super glue or whatever.
Because when you use super glue, it'll flop off on the ground instantly. I know from experience. Hold on, let me. Oh, I don't want to take his mask off yet. But.
It's
You
actually,
sound amazing with the respirator.
It
on.
actually doesn't smell like at all. Honestly, like I can barely smell it.
All right, where's the?
At
I'll
all.
Put the cap on.
And we're just using the little tube. Now, granted, before stream, I did open this big one and took a big old. I wasn't huffing, I promise. I just was like, oh, let me see if it smells. And Travis is like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have huffed that. But anyway,
Yeah, I don't smell anything.
dude. So in the process of us asking you 2 questions, we just fixed 2 ridiculous breaks on our prints.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they look amazing now.
I've put together entire shields and stuff like this, and I'm sitting there holding them for like probably like 5 minutes
Yeah,
each, just
it's
like sitting there,
ridiculous.
like, or putting clamps on them and all this stuff, and that was like instant. That's pretty crazy.
So this is my Sour Patch Kids head is that they just broke, and it's already great. And then we've got our dragon here, and he's fixed too. So that's freaking amazing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm impressed.
Sorry, we're impressed.
Thank you, guys.
Andrew, I gotta tell you, kudos, man. I don't think I've seen Travis that excited about anything in a long time.
Seriously.
He's just said
That's
more
gonna
words
change my life right there.
than 27 other episodes.
That is so freaking cool. Yeah, so I can definitely see why somebody would use this over like a super glue. Well, and what is also the like lasting adhesive properties? Because I feel like sometimes with super glue, you know, it takes forever to set up or any other glue really, and then it doesn't even really hold that well.
Well, and it always like leaves like this residue around like the place where you've done it. I don't see anything like that on here. Just like it, I mean, it's pretty clean.
Go to the Ketchup cam. I want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see a tiny bit on here, but I feel like you could sand that off like real easy.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like it's easily repairable, and I was just like kind of slopping this on
Yeah,
too.
we've
but...
never used this before. We are not professionals. So look at this one. See, like right here was where the break was, and Travis kind of sloppily glued it on.
No, with like super glue and stuff, it's like
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's everywhere. And it's
There's, like,
white, and
white
you can't get rid of
residue
it.
and stuff.
Exactly. So.
It's cool stuff.
So, Andrew, can you sand it?
Oh,
Like, how do you
sorry.
finish
Yeah,
it?
you can. So Gloop works in a couple of different ways. I can kind of get into a little bit of the science and what makes it special. So Gloop comes with a solvent, and what you typically smell is that solvent. So that solvent provides the activation energy for the adhesive. So what it does is it wets the surface and allows isomers, which is this really cool polymer that's sticky. You can think of it as a piece of plastic, if you will, that's got a bunch of hands all over it. And those hands like to grab onto things. And so the activation energy is provided by the solvent. So the solvent kind of wets that surface and prepares the polymers, the base plastic, for the elastomer complex to kind of grab onto. And so the magic is controlling the times at which that solvent has basically the ability to wet the surface of the plastic, and then the time at which the elastomers start solidifying and grabbing onto the polymers. Yeah, so
There's a
I don't know.
a lot of science there.
That is so cool. No, I'm just like, so
Science, baby.
Remember, you're
Science.
dealing with 2 super Gloop noobs. We've never tried Gloop before, so
Super Gloop. Are you inventing new products?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
super glue.
no, I meant like super noobs of Gloop, not
there you
super
go.
glue. And I already got sassed for saying super glue over and over again, so it's CA glue, whatever. The glue that sticks really fast and gets all over your fingers.
Well, even like,
Cyanoacrylate, baby.
even like the epoxy that you mix up, and I've been using that a lot. Like that stuff reeks like smells like you're in a perm hair salon or something. Like somebody's getting a perm.
Oh, gross.
It stinks a lot, and it's never that fast either. It's like it's supposed to be like a 5-minute set time or something. I've never seen anything like that. That was instant. That's awesome.
So Terry's asking, he was asking about filling gaps in prints, had lots of suggestions about body filler, CA glue additives, baking soda. Does Gloop have any plans for something like that? That's a little, I know we're diverting, but.
We actually have a prototype gap filler. We've had it for almost a year now. It's still in development. There's still a little bit of kinks to work out, but if you are wanting to fill gaps with the current Gloop, you can actually take Gloop. You can in the squeeze tube. You can kind of start filling in the gap and taking normal baking soda and filling that in. baking soda, much like super glue and baking soda will. It'll take a little bit longer for it to dry, and you just keep layering that up until essentially you get it that gap filled, and then from there you're going to want to wait probably 24, maybe 48 hours before you sand Gloop. Now, Gloop is an elastomer, so what that means is it's a plastic that's kind of stretchy naturally.
Mm-hmm.
And so sanding it, you're going to want to be very light, and you're going to want to take your time. Sandpaper can gum up, so constantly try and replace that sandpaper. Waiting it for it to harden completely is kind of the best, do.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell even just like right on this, like I'm trying to scrape it with my nail, and I can tell it has a little elasticity. I mean, I'm not saying that's bad or anything, but yeah, that is characteristic. I could see how you'd want it to firm up completely before trying to sand it.
I mean, if you were more careful, I was just really slapping it on there.
Yeah, he really seriously just went on it and whatever.
So Andrew, there's a famous video on your website right now where you and Dan Bruce from Slice Engineering are like wrestling over that thing that you guys glued together.
Yeah.
And if anybody was at IRF, you might have even seen that happen live. But that sample that you had, I mean, that was not a very large surface area that you had.
1 square inch.
Yeah, and it's something to behold. It's like the print itself is going to fail before that weld does. Yeah.
Yeah, and those we call them pull handles, and we actually take them with us pretty much to every show we go with, and we always have people tug on them with us. We've had a few break, and almost always they break at the plastic level. So typically the layers or the print itself breaks long before the glue bond breaks. We've had a few of the bonds actually break. Again, it's not the end all be all adhesive, but it's pretty strong.
Yeah, and is there when you're recommending for maximum strength? I'm curious. Do you recommend that you do any roughing up of the surfaces first, or anything?
Yeah. So if you're going for mechanical bond, sanding is always a good option.
Yeah.
100, 120 grit, sand the surface, and then be liberal with your glue. You can have squeeze out. Our best suggestion with squeeze out is let it harden and then cut it off with a knife. Don't try and smear it, because then you'll ruin the surface finish of your print. For really strong results, we do recommend clamping. Get those surfaces as close as you can together, and then let it cure completely.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. So I'm curious, you started to mention, your prototyping process, but maybe can you give people a little bit better of a sense when you're prototyping a formulation for an adhesive? That seems like there's a lot. Your process for testing and getting results and going back must take a long time.
It does. So typically speaking, to develop a new formula for adhesive, it's pretty much 6 months. That's the fastest we can do it right now. We hope to get that down, but how it typically works is we'll have a goal. That goal could be gluing either these two types of plastics together, or in Gloop's case for ABS, was as a bed adhesive. And so we clearly define what are all of the requirements to get to that goal. And slowly over time, we take a base formula, that's our current formula of Gloop, our current iteration, and we will tweak it a little bit. So we can add different monomers to and monomers are essentially the building blocks for polymers. These polymers can either be plastic polymers or they can be elastomers. So we can add different monomers, or we can build a new elastomer complex from the ground up. And over time, we can tweak that performance to exactly what we need. So typically it starts with a base formula, and we'll add a couple either additives, or we'll change some of the activation solvents, or we'll change some of the dry times. We can add some other basically additives that prevent curing from happening. In the case of PETG, curing happens too quick, and you actually don't get a good bond. So we actually add things in there to slow that curing down. The trade-off there is you're going to get a stronger bond, but you're going to have to wait 5 or 6 hours for it to actually completely bond.
That's fascinating.
Sorry, getting back to the exact science. We'll create a couple different batches, and then we'll test those. Typically, we'll use it. We'll put it under a Tensile tester. We'll glue two pieces together and then pull them apart, intentionally break them. And we'll do that time and time again. We'll change some variables in the formula and then retest and, so on and so forth. Once we've selected a release candidate, we have a formula that works well on a small scale. We'll do a large scale. Large scale is roughly running 20 or so liters of the glue. That's, a pretty big batch. It'll make, give or take 200 bottles. So we have to run a large scale to make for sure everything works correctly. And then once that release candidate comes out and it meets our standards internally, we'll hopefully open up a beta. This is exactly what we did with our normal 3D Gloop like PLA and ABS, and now on to PET.
Cool. Very cool.
Sorry.
So the Womax have a visitor.
I know, we had someone at the door. Who was it, Ari? They just said they had the wrong door? Okay. Anyway. So we talked a little bit about the PETG Gloop that's in the works. Is there anything else in the works that you can tease about or tell us about? Now, I did know you have your Kickstarter for the spray Gloop. Is there, what's going on with that?
Yeah, so we ran a Kickstarter for our new spray. We called that Gloop. It's a little bit different. The intention was to take the formula of 3D Gloop and make it where it really focuses on the finishing of 3D prints. A lot of people in the community really like, sanding and finishing their 3D prints.
Not this guy.
No, making their prints, look nice, finishing it with paint, so on and so forth. Especially
Pooch.
really on that in that cosplay section of the 3D printing community.
That stuff's awesome.
Yeah.
So we spent almost a year really fine-tuning the formula for an aerosol version. Now, it's not just taking what we have as 3D Gloop and dropping it into an aerosol can and calling it good. No, this was a complete revision, complete new formulation from the ground up for our aerosol. So we started with, what makes a paint a paint. And, typically speaking, paints are modified oils, and these oils dry in the air, and typically you'll add pigments, and voila, now you got a coating. Well, if you've ever spray painted a few things in your life, you're going to know that spray paint is delicate, it scratches. If you leave it out in the sun, it will fade, or yellow if it's clear. If you don't treat it right, it can crack, it can craze, it can chip, it can pop off. So we're like, wait a second, there's better ways to do this. And getting into the science of coatings is even more intense than the science of adhesives. So over the course of about 6 months, we developed a new way of basically creating this coating that was an air cure and a chemical cure at the same time. So that would be like the solvent evaporating off like normal spray paint, but also we're incorporating water vapor in the air into the coating itself, and that actually causes a chemical reaction. And that chemical reaction actually causes the coating to become really resilient and strong.
Nice.
So that's what Gloop was. We intended it to be, basically as easy to use as normal spray paint, but what you'll get is it'll actually fill and cover those gaps inside the 3D print. It'll help smooth it out a little bit, but it's primarily covering over them. But it chemically fuses to most surfaces of plastics. Okay. Wow. So we really targeted this to work with nylons, to work with PET, that includes PETG, PLA, ABS, those sorts of plastics.
All right, I need some of this.
I know.
And it's not available yet, though.
No, the Kickstarter ended, right?
Yeah, unfortunately our Kickstarter didn't make it. And, we kind of knew that going in, that, we needed to raise a pretty lofty goal.
Yeah.
Spray paint is not, it's cheap, right? It's inexpensive. You can go buy it at the store, but what actually goes on in the back end is pretty daunting. All of the equipment, all of the batches, all of the testing that goes into making just a single color, right. Let alone multiple colors,
right?
Yeah. So yeah, it gets very hard. And so, we knew kind of going into it that there'd be probably, a good chance that we wouldn't hit that goal. But if we didn't hit the goal, we had a plan, and we still have a plan. So, hang on, it's still in works. Hopefully here soon we'll be relaunching something.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
And you're calling it Gloop, not 3D Gloop?
Yeah, so
okay.
Yeah, it's called Gloop because it's not really meant for just 3D prints. You can use
Any
Gloop
plastics.
on metal, you can use it on glass, tile,
Wow.
pretty much anything.
Nice.
So the market is much
Pebbles, churches, small rodents.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, excellent.
All the things.
Shellacking things with it. Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
You're a shellac.
I am.
Yeah, I mean, from hearing you talk, I mean, it sounds like you guys are taking all these safety measures. You guys are doing everything to make this stuff just I mean, even reading the package on the back when we were doing this, you have everything that you need to make sure everything is safe for everybody. I mean, you guys are making sure everything is awesome. That was my next question for you guys, and you pretty much have already kind of blown me away with how much you're.
And when we were talking about too, this was the packaging that we got, and it has this little patty thing on it, and I'm like, Andrew, what is this thing in our bag? And then there's this giant important product safety information on the back of it, and the chat was asking, how do you make sure that this is safe for people to use?
Yeah, I mean, because when I first saw this stuff, I was kind of scared of it too, and I saw a lot of things. Oh, this is super chemicals and stuff. You guys are really making sure that everything is on par, and you guys looks like you're doing everything that you can to make sure.
So we really focus on that safety. We really, want everyone to respect the product for what it is. It is a strong adhesive. There are chemicals in there that, if used incorrectly, can be harmful. But, if you're smart with it, obviously don't huff it, don't purposefully, try and, do something, silly. You're going to be fine. Typically speaking, your average use time of 3D Gloop is less than a minute.
Yeah.
Your exposure level is really low. Typically speaking, it's under 215 parts per million within a 1 to 2 minute span. And those numbers, just to give you an idea, OSHA here in the U.S. specifies you can have no more than about 215 parts per million for 8 hours a day for a standard work day.
Right.
And considering you're only dealing with this for a few minutes, your exposure level is very low. So there's certainly some pros to using stronger adhesives, but there's also cons, and we like to be as upfront as we can and just ask people to respect the product.
Well, for sure. I mean, I don't think it's anything worse than an epoxy or
if you look at most,
it's like anything like that.
They have almost identical labels.
I don't
almost
think
identical warnings. One of the ingredients that we use, so methylene chloride, dichloromethane, those are two very common names. Mainly because it's used in paint strippers, and sometimes what'll end up happening is you'll have someone who just doesn't use the safety warnings or precautions. They'll strip an entire bathtub using gallons of the stuff in an enclosed space, and it's not good. So I mean, don't be an idiot.
That's my favorite. Just don't be an idiot.
You can say it all you want, but there's people are going to be idiots.
You just got to put that on the label. Don't be an idiot.
I really wish the warning said, don't be an idiot.
I love it. That's my favorite. Words from Andrew. Don't be an idiot.
I can tell you this. So it does. They definitely have gone to some ends to make sure that the proper warnings are on there. I'm sure that's required by law for you guys. Cautions about the methylene chloride, the vapor potentially being harmful, delayed effects from long-term exposure, avoid skin contact, might be under pressure, keep the cap on, and do not take it internally.
Oh, and we were talking, so
external.
I didn't mention this little pad that comes in here. We were talking before the stream, and this is, they have to submit Gloop to the FDA for approval, even though it's not a food. And this is something that they have to submit or, ship with every product, because if
with the Department of Transportation.
Department of Transportation, that's what it
yeah.
is. Yeah. So if it breaks, this will soak up whatever breaks. No, the FDA was your grape formula.
Yeah.
There's a question about that in the chat. Somebody was wanting a candy apple flavored one. You said you did a flavored one or something, or a scented one at some
We
point?
did a scented one. We actually made a scented one. It smelled like grapes. And so with things that are aromatic, you have to submit that to the FDA.
That's right.
So you don't technically have to in certain regards, but we do. And so, with it being a chemical that is, that has a low or a high vapor pressure, and likes to evaporate readily, mixing that with an aromatic compound is probably not the best idea.
Right.
So if you leave the cap off, it'll evaporate over time.
Yes, it'll evaporate over time, and basically what ends up happening is the Gloop will harden inside the bottle, and
You have a Gloop rock.
Gloop
sounds
rock.
kind of fun.
Oh, no fun.
Is that the new pet rock?
A Gloop rock. So
Googly eyes on it.
the chat's asking, is there any chance that an airbrush variation would come out?
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, so we actually were testing with airbrushes. That's actually how we test the aerosols, is basically commercial airbrush systems. And so with that, there's a lot more hurdles to overcome. Primarily since Gloop is a moisture cure coating, what ends up happening is when you're using an airbrush to break up the particles and spray it onto the surface, you'll mix too much air into that, and that causes some craziness to happen with the dry times. So sometimes what will end up happening is the coating will dry mid-air before it hits to the part.
Oh, that makes
And
sense.
then it just falls right off.
Yeah.
Other times it'll cause too much moisture to be incorporated into the surface, and it'll blush, and so it'll look really nasty and pretty ugly.
Gotcha.
So there are some significant hurdles that we have to overcome. There is a possibility we can reformulate the chemistry and come out with a airbrush version, but it's probably going to be after our aerosol version comes out, and that primarily because how aerosols and airbrushes work are quite different. With an aerosol can, the liquid is actually broken up itself as it's sprayed out. With an airbrush, you actually have a high velocity airstream that's creating a Venturi effect and then breaking up that stream into a fine mist.
Nice.
Dude, you are a
I don't
smart dude, Andrew.
It just goes to show that science wins every time.
Science
It's
matters.
You do a little science, you get a superior project.
You do. Nice.
I don't envy you guys at all, man. Dealing with so many regulatory entities and stuff like that has to be a really frustrating challenge of trying to operate a business in this space.
Yeah, you can you can say that.
Yeah.
So, go ahead. Did you have a question? Follow-up question? No, you're good? Okay. What?
What's the dragon? It's like right in front of him.
It's good. We're trying to cover up Pooch's face.
Oh.
He's hiding in the dragon. Okay. Well, I can't really move it. Wait, you put it over here somewhere. So last kind of question that we like to ask a lot of our guests, as you are, a smaller company, it sounds like you've done your fair share of garage production, as we have here. And so what advice do you have for other maker entrepreneurs out there looking to get started and doing their own business?
Yeah, I mean, really all I can say is just go for it. 3D Gloop, it started as an idea. It wasn't intended to be a business. We eventually realized that, hey, since we solved this problem, it could be a business, and we just kind of ran with it. There is a lot of stuff to get into. I mean, there are a lot of challenges that you'll have. One of the things that we pride ourselves on here, is everything with 3D Gloop is bootstrap. Everyone has the opportunity to go out and raise money. I'm a startup guy, so I actually ran another company a few years back, and I actually raised about $2.5 million and developed some really cool technology from the ground up. It was a lot of fun, but with that comes even more headaches. You have you have board members, you have shareholders, you have a lot of other things that basically you don't answer to yourself. And here at 3D Gloop, we had the opportunity to go and do that again, and instead, the other Andrew and I were like, no, let's do this internally. Let's just see what we can do with this. We started as two guys in my basement making adhesives, and it's
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
it's grown from the basement to literally taking over my entire house. To the point where we're looking at hopefully now getting our first legit facility. So that's a good thing. But with starting your own thing, don't get caught up in the little minutia things like, oh, I wish I was just a little bit further, or oh, if I had X dollars more, I could do all of these other things. You're going to think about that. I think about it all the time. It's like, oh, if we had this, we can scale production tenfold. Oh, if we have this, we can, increase, our rate of development. But at the end of the day, it's like, what really matters is just keeping the dream alive and do whatever you can to stay focused on continuing to develop a quality product and, focus on what the community has to say about it. If there's a problem, you fix it. And you try your best to fix it as soon as you can. We've made a couple missteps, and we're trying our best to really make sure that at the end of the day, we're producing things that people like and people want, and the rest kind of sort itself out.
Nice. Well,
Excellent.
We feel the same, for sure.
Well, listen,
My
Andrew,
goodness.
we got to thank you for being on here.
Seriously.
And,
So
dumbing
much-
it down for us non-science oriented.
It's glue. That's what he should just say. It's stick
glue.
stuff to other stuff.
I mean, it's awesome, and we really I really want to point out that we went out on a limb with a live demo, because anytime you're doing a live demo, you never know what's going to happen.
Hey,
right?
it freaking worked perfect.
And that was not
like
staged
flawless.
at all. These guys have never used Gloop before.
Seriously, never.
And Travis is more excited about it than
And
they already was born.
Dustin is very excited that you're treating his dragon more nicely now that he sent to us.
Hey, Travis, smash it again, and let's do it
Smash
together.
it again,
We
let's
can
glue
gloop it again.
Yeah. You need a shirt that says "Don't worry, you can just gloop that," or something to that effect. But Scuba Jim was saying, and then on the back it should just say "Warning: Don't be an idiot."
Don't be an idiot. Exactly. So it should just have your logo on the front and "Don't be an idiot" on the back.
Don't
We
be
love
an
it.
idiot. I love it. I'd wear that shirt.
Heck yeah. All right, Andrew. Well, we're going to give away some 3D Gloop later in the episode, so stick around.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Hang out in the chat if you would. There's definitely people asking questions, and thanks for your time, man.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
soon.
Yeah.
Bye,
All right.
Andrew.
Bye. See ya.
All right. Very nice. That was awesome. Dude, Gloop is cool.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm a fan.
Is it the stuff?
It's the stuff.
Does it have
That's
the
the
Sean
stuff.
seal of approval?
I think it does. He
Where
said
is
that's
Sean?
the
I haven't
stuff.
seen him
Where is
tonight.
Sean? I haven't seen him
He's
either.
in there. He's in there. He came in late. He was,
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
He was busy.
So before we get to the main show, we have a couple of follow-ups. So the first follow-up is yours, the Rep Choppa.
Rep chop. Get to the red chop.
The Rep Choppa. So this
Rep
was
Choppa,
the. No, I
and-
think actually we did see this.
Yeah, we did post.
We
or
did see
at the
this
end
at the end of the show
yeah.
last time. Okay, and then so click on the next one though, because there's some some.
I'm super excited about this stuff.
Look,
so
it's
Tanner,
actually printed.
I can't see. So you saw. Did you show the one Terry printed? Because that one's awesome. He's
That's the one
working-
we're
Yes.
showing right now.
That's what we're
Thank
doing right
you.
now.
But he's got it primed, and he's hoping to have it done. I think.
Oh, what's that one?
Terry.
That's the one he actually printed.
Oh.
And we are announcing tonight as an exclusive here. So
Oh, man.
Tanner 3D, who's in the chat, Ricky Tanner, very talented musician / 3D modeler, has backed up the Rep Choppa with the Rep Ranger,
What?
which is amazing.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Where is this?
What you should do is go to his YouTube page. Go to his YouTube
And
channel.
why didn't you send us this?
Yeah,
link
why didn't you send this
beforehand?
link before?
I did, but I think I tagged it after you guys grabbed stuff because we literally he just did the video of it. You need to see how this thing works. It's incredible. It needs its own feature. We got to have Ricky on here because the guy is insane with his modeling ability. So for those of you not familiar with Ricky Tanner 3D, he does the most amazing like kids toys, especially stuff around like Jeeps, helicopters, military stuff like that.
No.
And he just did this really awesome Jeep for Repcord that is in our battle pack colors.
Yeah, we don't see it, dude. You
It
were on
should
his
be-
Patreon, not his YouTube.
That's what he
No, you
tweeted
need-
about.
No, instead go to his YouTube because that's where he just posted the assembly.
This guy.
But he just created a snap together technique that makes the assembly of this whole thing
what nice.
super easy, right? So he has all the parts laid out for you, and basically it's tell us, Ricky, it's like a less than a day's print, and literally you just need to snap the whole thing together, and it's so well done, and we'll post links in the description and send it out. We're doing a promo too, where if you decide to either become one of Ricky's, you'll get 20% off on our battle pack, or vice versa. If you buy the battle pack, you get the model for free.
Oh, look at it snapping together.
Yeah, and it just snaps together so perfect. It's so satisfying, snapping that thing together.
Okay, what are the wheels? Are the wheels 3D printed too?
Yep, the whole thing's 3D printed.
Fancy.
And what's really cool is you see all those little hex patterns like on the hood and on the doors and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that on your master closet. So this and the Rep Chopper have interchangeable like weapons and accessories that go into those little pegs so that kids can put the machine gun on there or a winch or whatever. And so Ricky has done just this amazing job of creating this snap ecosystem.
Yeah, that's
releasing
fancy.
like new accessories for it, so your model just gets better. So it's like you buy this model and you get access to the upgrades and new weapon. So it's all modular and it's a really brilliant design. And he's been just chatting back and forth with me. He's already like, I've got plans so we can do a lifted version and one with a T-top and just all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'll be posting a couple pics, and so will Ricky in the coming days, and we'll push the little promo more. But I reached out to him because when we released the battle pack colors, which is all the camo colors, I thought who would be really good to help promote it and up and coming in the space, and I thought Ricky would be perfect for it. So
That was very cool.
it is super cool. Check him out if you're not already following him. Subscribe to his YouTube. Consider following his Patreon. The guy backs his stuff up. He releases stuff all the time. Look at his history. And if you're
Yes.
into,
Thumbs up, Ricky.
I know I'm a fanboy. I'm a super fanboy right now.
No, he was thumbs upping in his thing, and he just said in the chat that Rep Choppa is getting retrofitted
That's the
with
stuff.
That is the stuff. He's getting retrofitted with the hex system, so that's super cool.
Yeah. We got the Tanner Snap System TSS, which is like
Tanner
there's a little bit there's a little bit of glooping.
That's what we
just
just said.
required
It
for
glooped. We need it for the steering
which
wheel and
is
the
great.
roof.
Yep, but a lot of it is snapped together, and I really got to hand it to him for coming up with ways to make it as easy as possible for people to get it together. Not have to. I got to glue it together. It comes in multiple pieces. No, it's dead simple.
Nice.
That's cool
so
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
So our only other follow-up was last episode we talked a bunch about now this was part of the debate. How do we say everyone 3D?
Everyone.
Is it everyone? People were saying it's supposed to be everyone.
It's like everybody.
Everyone. Yeah, right? That's what I feel like it's too.
Everyone.
So nobody knows how to say it.
I picked up some of the.
So
Did you guys know they make flex plates now too?
Oh, I did not know that. I know that we
I
can't
haven't told it yet, but this is super cool.
we can't get rainbow in California. Apparently, we can't get rainbow filament in California because of some sort of regulation. But anyways, I did get where's the
Sour Patch Kid?
Sour Patch Kid? Oh, this is the Air One Silk Pink, which is fancy.
Did you have to print that? Did you have to print that a little cooler? Because a lot of times those silk finishes, like you don't want to run them as hot. No, that was normal, like
Normal.
200, 210, something
Ooh,
like that.
and look at how shiny it is. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Yeah, it was really freaking shiny. Pretty
Yeah,
great.
yeah, Mad Monkey's right. They do a whole printer and stuff too. They do soup to nuts. Filament printers, accessories, and stuff too.
Oh, Sean says it's cancer. That's why we can't get rainbow filament here. But then here's some other ones.
Wait, rainbows cause cancer?
No.
Figures.
This is
In California,
wait,
they
maybe
do.
that wasn't supposed
I
to be.
saw lots of rainbows
Scroll
this
up.
week, so
Scroll up really quick.
No, you're doomed. You're doomed.
scroll up here.
Oh, I didn't mean to include this one on here, but that's okay. We can talk to.
You didn't mean to.
It's fine. We can talk about it because this is also a follow up. So we showed Chelsea. No, this was a follow up.
I just clicked on your link.
That's
so-
fine. Okay, so we don't know how to say everyone, and make
I
sure you
do.
check out whatever. Make sure you check out their Twitter because they're doing promos right now, all kinds of crazy promos right now. So check them out. It's Everyone3D.
Eeyore.
Yeah, I call it Eeyore filament. It drives me nuts. Anyways, I'm like, add the V. Okay, and the last follow up we had was Chelsea's unicorn model from the last fortnight's episode, and this is the multimedia
Multi-material.
multi-material version that
Oh
Dosmia
my God.
printed. Isn't that
That looks
snazzy?
amazing. Now, is that Mia Mint? Is that Mia's filament, or
No.
is that the rainbow?
No, that's not rainbow. She did. That's MMU or
Yeah,
palette.
but look at the hair. It's like
No, but
yeah,
the
I think
hair-
that's just from the purge of the eyes.
Oh, you know what? Maybe she used the instead of doing a purge tower, she carried the color into
info
the
or
hair?
something. I
Or
don't know.
no, I think it's intentional. I think it looks like either a blended filament.
It says-
Well,
it
maybe
says
that
Unico-
color is
Unico Silky
yes,
Rainbow.
Okay, sorry. The
Yeah.
hair is a multicolor.
Yeah.
The hair was. Yeah, shush.
That is an awesome model, Chelsea. I love that.
ERY1. Maybe it's ERY1. I don't know.
Like KRS-One?
I don't know. It's so complicated. It's too complicated. Maybe it's because
it's not
everybody talks about
complicated. It's everyone.
that. Is so terrible though. Is that
Everyone
really?
get on board.
I like how
Oh my
Tinkador
God.
just
Look at
came
that-
in and
look
said,
at
"Hey,
that
everyone."
I know. I was laughing. I was like, that seems coincidental.
Purge Tower.
Anyway.
It's like a Purge office. It's the office building that the unicorn lives in. It comes with.
Yeah. So that was our follow-ups.
Wait. Are we gonna talk about? Did we start showing Knack 3D's Thanos?
Hey,
sword?
You're too
Well, I
early,
thought we were gonna
man.
follow up
You're
on
not-
that.
Take a breath. Take a minute.
But I'm super excited for it. It's amazing.
Yeah, but that's
There's
more.
so many good.
That's more of a
tags this
main
week.
event.
That's a main event. I don't remember
we
how
gotta
to do
save
the thing.
Carl's. We're gonna save Carl's for the main event.
What?
Push the button.
Which one?
Oh my god.
The
It-
gray one.
It's
The-
not as exciting if you
I
like
know.
have to.
The gray one?
You're either gonna mute
main
yourself.
show!
Did it work?
I did the right one.
I did.
Nice.
But
Way
now
to
I
go.
feel like I have to do it again because that was just a trial. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And we're ready for the main show! Yeah, okay, there we go. That was much better. So, on the main show, we've got White Knight showing the Thanos blade.
Yeah.
Pooch. It's the very first tag.
You didn't say no spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers. Okay, we're going to show this little video.
Crank up the volume.
Yes.
I can't hear it, but I'm gonna pretend I'm jamming along.
Can you hear it?
This is awesome. That looks so cool.
Oh man.
So freaking cool.
I love the little
I
animation
know.
of the printed solid.
Yes, the
Yeah.
layers a lot.
Yeah.
Like moving around on it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, the stop motion at the end was sweet. I saw it earlier. Sweet.
Great. Wait,
Got like got a full-blown conveyor belt.
look at that, dude. That's insane.
Or you can see it moving. You can see
Yeah.
little rollers able to move in.
See if you.
Carl, that's bananas, man.
Dude, insane.
If you have a white knight printer,
If you have one, does anyone have one?
Well, you don't need any gloop for that.
Oh.
I
Dang it.
think there's only 2 out in the wild. Carl, is it just the one that you and Mike have right now? Because I know you're working on the kit.
Is that the stuff?
That is the stuff.
That's the stuff.
man.
That is the stuff.
You're a little bit short to wield that thing, but you know that's amazing. What is
It's
it, 7
only
feet tall?
no. It says it's 8 feet 4 inches.
8 feet. How tall is Thanos?
He's
Pretty
taller
tall.
than that. Yeah.
He's
Well,
like
you
that
wouldn't
too.
know. You haven't seen Endgame.
No, he did. He
That's
did.
not true. I have seen Endgame.
He did.
I know. I'm giving you crap.
Awesome.
I know. So that's insane. Yes, please. I'll take 2.
Oh,
2.
Other ones. 2 Thanos swords or 2 white knights?
2 white knights.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine those cranking out rep box parts? Hello.
I want one big enough that I can use as a treadmill, and then when I'm not in my running, then I'm gonna do
Then
some
you can
printing
print on it. Okay, there we go. That's what we need.
Yeah. A little
Oh.
exercise and a little 3D printing at the same time. Or you know what? You can make it so it's like the world's slowest, like it's like printing hurdles, and you're very slowly leaping over them.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You're
Amazing.
crazy. You're
am crazy.
crazy.
What's Art Mods up to here?
Oh yeah. So Chris shared Sean's. Look at. Can you see this? You're gonna have to click on the links. Are you clicking on the links over there? This is a shelf bracket that he designed. Okay, so is Sean here?
He
You
is.
said he is or isn't
He's
here?
there.
So I
He's there.
think that the actual cats on the front he didn't model. He added those models to the bracket. I think it looks pretty sick though. Like
I mean, the detail on the print is really
well, yeah, that
done,
too.
so,
Yeah, that's freaking crazy. Yes, please. I'll take 2.
Wow.
Really nice. It looks nice.
Hounds of Night.
It's all
Amazing.
Did he like finish it too? Because like,
Yeah, it looks like it.
or what? He used like some crazy filament. If he didn't, I mean, usually Sean finishes everything. So
He says, "I'm here," but I forgot the delay. So tell us if you're here, Sean. He already is here, but tell us if you're.
he'll tell us.
He'll tell us.
He'll tell us.
Hear you. Please tell me again.
What?
What?
Oh, my watch is talking to me.
Oh,
Your watch talks now?
My watch talks. to me.
Travis's watch is talking to him.
Hey, this is something I shared.
Yeah, this is your share.
Oh, this is
Show
is
it.
kind of a follow up because I remember we showed this filament before.
Did we?
Yes. It just was like another insane model that somebody did with this filament. Do you guys remember the dragon thing that was printed with this?
I don't remember.
It's that filament that reacts to the heat. So it's like
Yeah, and then they showed it with a blow dryer, and it like lightens
yeah. I just
up.
thought this model was insane. Like the way that I just love this filament too, so I had to show it.
What now? Is this Airy one? What filament brand is this?
No, it's not everyone.
What is it?
I forget what it's called. Let's see. It'll say.
forgot. It just says
It's just
thermochromatic
chromatic
or
filament.
chromic.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I need to find some of this because I need it. I need it.
Oh, Sean said that that's Ripcord gunmetal filament.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that dark. That's cool.
I think it's the lighting on it,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
because it's pretty dark in his little art mod cave.
Oh, I found
It's definitely not that dark in general.
Okay.
I found this filament. If anybody wants to buy it, this is what it
If
is.
anyone
I'm
wants
putting
to
this
buy
link
it.
in the thing because this stuff looks amazing.
It does look pretty crazy.
Yes.
Oh, you shared the next one too. Look at you sharing. You're tagging quite
I
a bit.
did.
Yes.
I'm sorry for tagging so much.
How dare you?
I'm sorry for spamming.
what we do.
tags.
Sorry for spamming Community Ketchup.
I don't even remember what I tagged.
You tagged Osmia's filament.
Oh, of course, because this is also another follow-up thing because we were talking about it
It
before.
was. We did. This was a filament that she sent over to Kat. So she sent
Is
a
this the
little
right
sample. Scroll
thing?
up. There
okay,
it is.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Go ahead. You talk about
You
it.
go ahead.
So she what? So she sent her like a sample. So well, if you guys have been living under a rock for the last 3 fortnights, we've talked about Dosmia making her own filament, Mia Mint Rainbow Milkshake. How cute is that? So this was rainbow filament that she made that then you can put through the printer and print with it.
Yeah, because it's freaking
And then
awesome.
click on the next one is another one she did called Sunrise Mia Mint. It's like
Yeah,
sun.
I was on the chat for the F3D PCH Euro edition last Friday, and Mia was on, but she's she's very quiet. She didn't talk a whole lot. I was hoping she would talk a little bit more about it, or
Right.
maybe she did it earlier before I had gotten on. Really cool stuff. Really
Tanner
awesome
says he's got your filament sitting on his shelf. He hasn't used it.
Tanner!
Maybe he should send it over to Travis.
I need it.
stuff. God needs it in his life.
Apparently. So freaking Mia is killing it over there. I don't know how she finds the time, honestly. Because
She's got that youthful exuberance. She's
Is that
pretty
what it
young,
is?
I think, and
Whew,
she's just got all
man.
that energy.
I know.
No.
Chelsea and I were talking about it today, and I'm like, this is so cool. And I said, but it takes so much time. Like, how do you do this? I just can't.
Well, I mean, it's like anything. You set a
You
print
just
going,
set it
and
up,
then you
yeah,
come
and then
back
leave, and then you're good. Travis, the chat is asking about your A-Power Design UV printed glass plate. Wah, wah, wah.
It was a good experiment.
It was a good
It was
experiment.
pseudoscience.
Yeah, it cracked. It didn't work. Like after just a couple prints, it started cracking. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Not the glass. The
No.
No,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
UV print
Yeah, the
part.
glass just like shattered into a million
Yeah.
pieces.
Oh, Joe Mike's on a break, apparently. Oh, Joe Mike's streaming at the same time
See,
as us. That's
yeah,
why our,
yeah.
that's why our
Yeah.
viewership is low. Darn
Theft of
Joe
viewership.
Mike. But
Shit's
so
fist.
welcome,
That's
Project R3D. Welcome to Community Ketchup.
Welcome.
So next we've
Maybe
got.
they'll crash. Maybe they'll crash the stream when he's done.
They should. So next we've got Mr. Bootram sharing a 3D printed submarine. So did you see this?
No.
This is an entire 3D printed submarine for the Navy.
Are they printing it on a giant, one of those giant, crazy 3D
I don't
printers?
know. I didn't. There wasn't like info about it, so I'm not really sure. I couldn't read the little thing on my phone.
30-foot long. This is insane. Okay.
Isn't that insane?
I need more info on that.
Pooch,
but that's
did you
crazy.
see that? The 3D printed submarine. Have you guys seen that?
I have not. I'm trying to wait to see. You know what? I should just click the link.
You should
here.
just.
You should just click the
follow
link.
along.
Whoa.
Like
Well, I'm trying, but I am following along. But it's a 30-second delay. For
Well,
me
you
too,
got
so.
the
You have the
doc. You know,
doc.
you're like in the audience. You might as
I
well
ju-
just be in the chat since you're not.
I
sitting
just pulled it up. Okay, I can do that. Then I can get comfortable.
Oh goodness.
That looks
Anyways,
awesome,
so this
but
is
yeah.
cool. I kind of would want to know a little bit more about that too, because that's pretty freaking insane. Oh, we were just talking about Chelsea. Chelsea was sharing Garrett's Shrek model. So Garrett and Chelsea from CCT are back on the Twitches.
streaming,
They were
yeah.
streaming again, and so this was the model that was started on their last stream, and Garrett finished it up, and this will be released soon. I think they might be released on their Patreon, and it is no supports. Pretty freaking cool. And it's going to be MMU or multi-material compatible out the gate.
They're gonna release it.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Pretty
that's
cool.
pretty cool.
What do you,
I remember watching him model some of this.
I know, it's freaking cool. I know, I said I want Ogre Fiona next. Wouldn't that be great? Like cake toppers, like a little wedding cake topper, Ogre Shrek and Ogre Fiona.
Mhm.
So cute. Oh geez, they're talking about your pants, Pooch.
Pants. Their
You
pants
won't
are
have to
coming
wear
up.
pants. Your
I'm not wearing pants. What pants?
He's like, I'm already not wearing pants. Oh geez. Yes, so CCT streams, make sure you check out Chelsea and Garrett on their Twitch channel. So now we're gonna talk some about actually no, hold on, don't talk about that yet.
Don't talk about this yet. Okay.
No, go to the next one.
Next one. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna move that one.
All right.
So next we've got Mad Monkey Share Disc 1's specialty nut prints. I thought this was pretty funny. So the best part about this, they said, is to ask someone which of them will work. No, which of them will work. And quite a few of them, they said would, are, actual usable nuts.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, the one with the one side by side is obviously probably not gonna work.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But
You
I don't
never
think
know.
so.
I think it's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Did you see this one, Pooch? The different nuts?
Not yet.
It's not the nuts you're thinking about.
No,
I'm
grosso.
seeing it now. That's amazing. Bent specialty nuts.
Yeah. So that's
I want to
pretty
know what that little one that looks like a football goalpost is used for.
Right? Yeah, so we have to ask this one. I think are they in the chat? Hello. What are these
This
for?
is just an art because there's no point to having like a hex top on that because you're not trying to rotate the whole thing, are you?
Yeah.
They said that
He
it
always
can
he has
be
like a
used.
cool display to it. Isn't he the one who
Yeah.
did the Star Trek like things?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he always has that cool display thing going on. So
The one next to the goalpost one is pretty cool because I could see an application for maybe working around.
We're saying nuts and these are bolts apparently.
Oh,
These are bolts.
sorry.
These are bolts.
These are bolts, not nuts. My
'Cause,
bad.
yeah.
The other
These
part's
bolts.
nuts. Sorry. I thought it said nuts on the thing. Specialty nuts. It says right there.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying.
That's wrong. They're mislabeled then.
Okay.
GIF. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're triggering Carl.
Yes, I see that. I see that we're
Keep calling him
triggering
nuts.
Carl.
Maybe we'll make him explode.
Jeez. Okay, good to know. Okay, next we've got Devin shared. So a couple fortnights ago we shared Devin's giant crest from Game of Thrones. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yes,
Travis?
yes.
Okay. It was like a giant crest and it showed all the houses from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So she went through and literally did all this research and found all of the other houses that are in Game of Thrones and created multicolor models of every single house. There's 20 additional houses.
That's a lot of printing.
Dude, that's a lot of research. 6 more weeks of research and printing. She said 57 color swaps, 360 hours of printing. That is nuts. That is...
Or bolts.
Or bolts. That is Game of Thrones dedication right there.
Nuts and bolts. That's very cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of research time. I'm not really into it.
Right? Not my thing.
No, I like other people. It's like sanding. I let other people do
It's a
that.
lot of
Let
fun.
other people do that. That's too much. Oh, so next we were talking about how we should have a Blame Pooch segment. Remember how we said that? So,
I
Yes.
totally never said that.
We
So-
can blame Pooch.
so the next one was the first
The
entry.
fire at Notre Dame.
The first entry for Blame Pooch segment. Scroll up. Oh, look.
What did
It's
I
a
do?
failed rep chopper.
Did I kick an animal?
No, it's a failed rep chopper.
No, I already made the Rep Raptor for this. Or, well, Carmelo made the Rep Raptor.
Right. But sad.
And
Anyway.
maybe you blame Rep Raptors for failed prints.
Okay.
You have
Which
to
is still
feed your
blaming
Rep
Pooch.
Raptor. Feed your Rep Raptors,
Feed
people.
your rep raptor. There we go.
Not
go.
after midnight though.
They demand sacrifice. If you don't feed your Rep Raptors, that's what happens.
Oh, they get angry and they jack
You
up your
need to
prints?
you need to give them an offering.
Oh.
You have your prints, and then an offer. You know what? A purge tower would be a fantastic offering
Offering
for
to
a
a
Rep
rep raptor.
because it's already there. Offerings.
Well, in case you feel the need, you can always hashtag blame Pooch as our
There's
new
a Rep
segment.
Chopper.
A rep
Rep
chopper.
chopper.
Oh, this is one you shared. Do you
Oh
remember this
yes,
one?
Wexter's. Oh man, this thing is just amazing.
Pooch, did you see this? Pennywise?
It just
Yeah.
Wexter's
I did.
Pennywise?
the,
So funny story about this. Allie's like least favorite thing in the world are gutter clown movies. She calls them gutter clown movies.
Gutter clowns.
Yeah, and I'm like, I showed her this today. I'm like, somebody made the worst 3D print that you've ever seen,
No.
and I have to show it to you. And
Yes,
she was very
exactly.
upset.
You're like, honey, I brought you home something.
I don't think she came home. I don't know if she is coming home now.
has she not seen? She's not
Oh,
seen the
it's
movie,
so
the new movie. It's
scary
so
looking.
amazing.
Oh, she's seen it. She hates it.
Heck no. Oh, that's
I just
so
love like even the
gross.
photos of this. Everything just
Oh,
makes
it's
it
so
look
ominous.
so creepy.
I
and
know.
all- Yeah.
Oh, no thanks.
You saw the one of him in the gutter, right?
Yeah. I did see that.
Yeah.
Oh, he put this in the gutter?
I
He
didn't-
put him in the storm drain, and the boat's like sailing
Oh,
by,
hell
and he's
no.
like peeking out of
Yeah,
the
I
storm
saw.
drain.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh, and yes, sorry, side announcement.
Gutter clowns,
Belated happy birthday to Carmelo. Carmelo's birthday was yesterday.
Is Carmelo resurfaced?
No.
And what's the update on his GoFundMe for his new phone?
He is alive. I don't know. I haven't checked it. We'll have to
Proof
check.
of life, at least.
Yeah, we
Right.
we have proof of life. Oh,
Need
here's
updates on-
this was my everyone prints. So
We're talking about everyone again.
Yeah, we're talking about everyone again. So here, this was one. So Project F3D was using their rainbow filament.
Yeah,
Fancy. And then click on the next one.
FDL, not F3D.
Oh, sorry. There's too many acronyms. F3D PCH. I can't keep track of all of
You
it.
nailed it. You got it. F3DPCH.
But that's not who it
Sure, we
was.
already
Oh,
saw
that's mine.
this.
We already saw mine.
Say it
I saw
backwards.
this.
HCD.
Okay, do Cyber Distance.
CF.
This is like a little montage. Oh, yeah, look at these ones. This is everyone glitter purple.
That is pretty glittery.
Dude, right? That's insane. That's super crazy.
That's another Western model.
Oh!
We need to know. Oh, it's this is the Project FDL guys. Yeah.
No, not that one. That's Cyber Dustin.
Why are you behind again?
Yeah, you're behind. Project FDL, we showed that was the first one. And last one, 3D Tanny printed, shared this. And then, yes, 3D Tanny asked that we say how you pronounce it.
Yeah, and Jordan.
Erwan.
Erwan.
That's pretty crazy. I always I've seen a lot of people print this model. This is a cool way of doing it with the two colors.
Yeah, that is cool. Because I like the contrast. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that stuff's so shiny.
Dude, it's
and,
so
it's
shiny,
got some
right?
bling
It's just
to
the
it.
color is crazy. Speaking of super shiny filament, if you haven't seen, because I don't know why nobody tagged it. What the heck? Chelsea and Garrett and Joel went to Protopasta and made. I think we did talk about it last fortnight. Yeah, make sure you go to the website. I think that your option to buy that is running out, so you probably want to check that out.
Yeah, that moon unit.
Yeah, that's pretty killer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got next? Oh, disc one shared Mark Rhodes' Deadpool gauntlet. So I think that Mark is printing a Infinity or an Endgame gauntlet, right? But he printed it in this color that makes it look like it's Deadpool. So I think that he's going with it now.
Printed another one too. I thought I remember seeing.
Oh, did we see another one?
Yeah.
Or was it the same one but then painted?
Yeah. Who knows? I saw another image of this too. It's pretty cool.
That one's cool.
I thought I saw one with the gems in it and everything.
Oh, really? Oh, people are saying that Error One may have some QC diameter issues.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
No good. I don't know. I only printed one thing with it. I've only printed just my Sour Patch Kid with it, and it was pretty good. Oh, they're saying Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet. That's the one he made.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and that's why I was like, why did it say Deadpool?
Because that was before he blinged it all out.
Yeah. I gotta look for the picture of that afterwards.
Good night, Carl. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for catching up.
See you, Carl. Keep
Later,
up the awesome belt printing, man.
So we're getting into this last weekend. Where did we go, guys? Talk about it.
That would be the Banff.
The Banff?
Or the Maker Fair area if they want to do it the way they like it.
Yeah, I know. They don't like Banff.
So much good stuff, man. They got so much good stuff.
So much good stuff.
Badass Maker Fair.
But before we went to Maker Fair, we went to Facebook.
Facebook HQ.
We went to
That place is bananas, man.
Crazy.
Bananas. So we have some friends who will remain nameless that work at Facebook, and per their request.
Yeah, I know.
Names have been changed.
Names have been changed to protect identities. And so we were lucky enough to get a fabulous tour of the HQ. And one of the amazing things that we found while on the, how many acres?
It's a 9.5
acre roof garden.
Yeah.
So they're on the top of all of their buildings, they're all connected, and there's a garden. And we found this amazing cabana that is 3D printed.
Yeah,
So it was so freaking cool. There was actually two of them. They faced each other, and then they had these little Adirondack chairs inside of them, and they face out to the water. It's pretty freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, that whole place is just nuts. You can't even explain it. So.
Oh yeah, you can see out to the water. That's what it looks out to.
I do have some footage of that, and I have some footage of Bay Area Maker Fair that I plan to put together at some point.
And Ari has a whole bunch too that we're gonna release. So yeah. Did you like the cabana, Pooch?
Yeah, I love the cabana.
What was
It was awesome.
What was your favorite thing about going to Facebook HQ?
Well, definitely the micro kitchens. There's like a they call them micro kitchens, but they're literally like every 100 feet. There's like
I don't even think it's 100 feet. It's like 30
it's not
feet.
even 100 feet.
Feels
It's like most of the places just kitchens with fridges and food. And
Yeah.
anybody that works or visits there gets free whatever.
Eat whatever you want.
It's insane. And then the restaurants there are like legitimate restaurants with like the chef's name on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, they had like every cereal you could possibly want. So Trav and I ate some cereal.
No, correction. You ate cereal. Travis
I
ate
ate
no
Travis's-
cereal.
I didn't want to eat the marshmallows.
Oh, he doesn't like the marshmallows.
Yeah, but you know, just the 9-acre rooftop park thing was amazing. I mean,
Nuts.
this guy's got way too much money.
Yeah, it's insane.
To me, that's the one thing that's just. I mean, it's got its own like metro system. Like they own a good part of Menlo Park, or they rent a good part of some combination of the two. And the amount of support crew they need just to like operate facilities, operations, and stuff.
I
just
mean, they
seems
have
bananas.
buses, they have on-demand cars, they have bikes.
Like they have just like
yeah.
people that just like shuttle bikes when too many bikes build up someplace. They like move them other places and.
Yeah,
It's
it was
crazy.
ridiculous. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. And we actually got stuck. Super side story. We got stuck and they had to like reroute the bus to come and get us because we were there so late and everything was all locked up. And yeah, they did it because we had Ari and she was cold. And they said, we're not going to let her walk in the cold. So yeah, we had a good time. Thanks to our unnamed friends over at Facebook. Unnamed.
Those who shall remain nameless.
So then, after our fabulous Facebook endeavors, we went to Maker Faire Bay Area. And our
Really?
first share, really quick, is a couple from Shory. So this was just an example of, he was handing out these little swatches of his dragon scales. And he had those kind of all over the table for people to see and take. Go to the next one really quick.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, good night, Sean. Sean's leaving too.
Hey, Sean, you're not allowed to leave.
Oh,
You're
bye,
part of the
Sean.
crew.
You're
You
part
have
of
to
the crew.
stay.
You have to stay all night. No, we know it's late. We know
Don't
it's
leave
late.
us. Don't leave us, Mr. Nanigan.
This was a bag that was made, but go towards. Oh, it's going to be towards the end of the video. So we've been talking about Shory's like robotics and stuff. Also, this was a. I can't remember what it's called. It says down in the thing. Go down.
It looks like an inflatable thing.
No, it's not inflatable. Oh, go up maybe. The Tinker Mind stuff at Bring a Hack. I don't know what that is. Oh, what is it?
Oh, that's weird.
Anyway, it was cool. There was all kinds of craziness. Oh my gosh, Maker Faire craziness.
He did some new models, new work with the scales that he like manipulated in Blender, which is really cool. He showed off, some of his like assisted robotic stuff again, and something new and cool coming from Shory.
There was one more. Did you look at that other one? What was that one? Oh, this was cool. So he started doing Lego compatible printing and then also with paper clips. So you can paperclip stuff together.
Nice.
You can paperclip the prints together or Lego them together. You put Legos on it too. Or what are the building blocks? What is the generic name? Since I'm not allowed to say super glue, I probably shouldn't say Lego either.
Mega blocks.
What is Mega blocks?
blocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Lego wouldn't like that.
Yeah. So that's cool. Dude, Shory.
I'm pretty sure they're listening right now.
I'm sure they are. Constantly mind blown around that guy. That's all I gotta say.
Programmable air, that's what that was.
Oh, is that what it
Full
was?
reels.
That's
Nice.
crazy.
Nice. All right. So next, we saw Ninja Robot. Do you guys know about Ninja Robot?
Oh, yeah. That
Tell
sounds
us.
really cool.
Dude, this is so cool. So his printer, this is a printer slash laser slash CNC slash.
All the things.
All the
has all these
slashes.
Things that haven't even been invented yet.
Dude,
They can
right?
do it.
So what's cool about this though is people were saying, so there's other multi-head devices. The way that his works is that they are they like clip on and off instead of just being magnetic. And then it does like this crazy milling. So we're showing it right now that it's got, go back to the milling. He did it on wood, he did it on metal, and then it also does lasers on the laser. Go back to the skateboards. On the skateboard, he did this in the parking lot, the Maker Faire one, on his printer.
That's pretty awesome.
So anyway, I told him we want to get him on the show to talk to him because his stuff is ridiculous. And all of it's open source. He's releasing all of the plans for it. And then soon he will be offering them pre-built for purchase as well.
Yeah, we got to hang out with him a bit.
We hung out right at the Matter Hackers
Yeah.
party.
Yes,
right?
yes. Super nice
cool
guy. Cool guy.
Very knowledgeable about Billy Joel. I think he was from New York originally.
Oh my gosh.
He is from New York, yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Oh, and this is another one I shared. Ooh, I want to get these guys on Community Ketchup too. This is closed loop plastics. Now, did we talk about that? I can't ever
We did
remember
talk
every
about them,
fortnight
yeah.
what we talked about.
Yeah,
This
was one of my favorites.
This is the guys and gals that recycle red Solo cups and make filament out of it. So it's just cool. Why do I hear music?
Ari.
Oh, I'm like, I'm hearing music in my headphones. So so they currently recycle red Solo cups, and it comes out in this amazing pink matte filament, which is super cool. And yeah, we're gonna try to get them on the show so we can talk to them a little bit more
Because
about
it's
it.
pink.
Yeah, they actually they work out of Long Beach,
Oh, that's
which is
right.
really close to here. So I may
You gonna
try to
pop over?
get down there and pop over there and see what they got going on. Because I am super interested in.
Dude, right? I know.
these
I was joking.
projects.
I was joking. Then we had a party over the weekend, and we had a bunch of red Solo cups. And I was like, "Hey, can we bring our red Solo cups and recycle them and make some filament?" And they're like, "Let's do it." So
Yeah,
I say we should do it for sure.
do it.
I'm all about recycled filaments. Super cool.
Especially
Oh.
if it's red Solo cups.
And and especially when it comes out pink. Heck yeah!
Right.
What?
Right. Well, it's kind of like a maroon pink, or what color would you say that was that they were?
Pink, matte pink. It's matte. It's pink.
It's not your traditional what you would.
Mauve.
You're a pink purist.
It's
It was
mauve.
It's mauve.
It's mauve.
I'll give you mauve.
Oh, this is yours, Travis. Travis shared Power Armor's from Low Voltage Labs.
Yes.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is,
from Fallout?
From Fallout, yeah. This was all, well, not all 3D printed. There's always some pipes and stuff in there, but most of this is actually 3D printed. It had the stats next to it. I have some of that in my video where it says like how long it took him, and it's some insane amount of filament and some insane amount of sanding.
Now, this is a cosplay that's wearable, or that's just a piece, a display piece?
I'm pretty sure it's wearable. I thought I saw another image of him actually in it, or somebody. If I can go to his thing.
And we're not even going to get into the current cosplay controversy.
What cosplay controversy?
Where have you been? There's a bunch of controversy about utilizing 3D printing for cosplay.
I don't know. Anything
Whether it's
about that.
pure.
Well, whether it's cosplay purism or not,
Really?
or if
That-
it's
why-
too
like-
easy to 3D print something and make it.
Oh, so if it's easy, it's not cosplay? That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, there's nothing
who says
easy
that?
about 3D
And there-
printing
yeah,
something
and
and
then-
sanding it and painting it
Yeah, or
and
3D
modeling it.
printing-
Like,
or 3D printing it and then covering it with something else. or
Right, but
whatever.
using like foam is like
more
acceptable?
So? I don't know.
Or you gotta sew your own stuff. You gotta tan your own leather.
Yeah, I don't.
I didn't see anything about
I don't
that.
know. It was anyway. We won't talk. Oh, it's not controversy. It's pot stirring.
Pot
Mad
stirring.
Monkey says.
Sounds like a bunch of
pot
nonsense to me.
stirring.
Oh yeah, seriously. All right, go to the next one.
Trolling.
Next, we've got Disc One sharing the Cloud Castle. Did you see this?
I don't
need
remember
this
if I
in
saw
my
this.
life.
Let me see. I did not see
But I
this.
want it to be
That's
a
pretty
pink
crazy.
castle, a pink princess castle on cloud.
I love stuff with lights like that. That's pretty awesome.
And the thing that's crazy about this is they said the cloud wasn't their first option for a base,
Yeah.
but it came to them and they thought it was a good idea, and I think it's epic.
The very first times I met Pooch, he brought me a nuke cloud
Oh, you
with my
should
like.
show it. That's sometime. Do you remember that, Pooch?
Heck yeah, I remember it.
You
The
were
paint, the
such
paint
a-
job, I'm very embarrassed about the
You
paint
were
job on
such
that.
a fanboy then, Pooch.
That new cloud is awesome though. It's a cool. Yeah, that's a good.
I still have that up on my shelf.
We do. The chat is saying that they're saying it's a crutch. 3D printing is a crutch.
Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway.
Someone said it was correct.
Oh, this is another one I shared.
True cosplay involves only going to the thrift store. That's what I said.
To me,
You heard it here first.
I honestly thought cosplay was just dressing up as something other than yourself, regardless of what it is or how you do it. That's the definition of cosplay, is it not? Dressing up as a character?
I am cosplaying as a human that has it together right now.
True story, you are totally cosplaying as that because you are losing it.
I'm losing it all the time.
Constantly.
Hair is everywhere. No clothing is in tatters. This
Okay.
is my cosplay as a normal human.
You didn't show it.
This?
People can't see it. The people can't see it, Travis.
No, I wasn't showing it because you guys are talking about.
Let the people see, Travis.
Okay, this is redonkulous.
It's pretty cool.
It is multi-material with polyalchemy. Their new, what is it called? I can't remember. FX something? What is their new filament, Pooch? Polyalchemies.
Oh, yeah, they're just polyalchemy FX.
Oh, FX. Okay, yeah. It's like a clay or whatever. It has like the look of natural materials.
The part with
That's
like
that
the
part,
stone,
yes.
yeah.
And then the other parts are polyalchemy elixir.
And it's printed on like a MMU.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes, please. I like that.
It looks like wax.
It's definitely done.
They said we should 100% talk about the line that's in the middle of it.
This line.
that Tom specifically says, "It shall not be named." Think Voldemort. We do not speak of that line.
That happens sometimes.
Dude, that's like seriously.
What's going on with the line, Tom?
And he
Just
doesn't like it.
Why are you showing us your cast-off prints, Tom?
Because like that random MMU line
Yes, that
appears
happens.
on print sometimes, and you just like are so
Oh, I'm
pissed
well
because
aware.
it took like 45 hours to print, and there's the random line right in the middle of it. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Pooch,
Yeah.
they're saying that you're currently cosplaying as a person who wears pants.
You don't know that. Wait. I mean,
All right, next we've got. Oh, this was cool. So we did talk about Chelsea's unicorn. The reason I wanted to talk about this was this printer, the G-Tech. Is it G-Tech? Is it G-Tech?
I don't know.
I go G-Tech.
You go G-Tech because that sounds smarter than G-Tech. So G-Tech A20M has the option to gradient filament.
Yeah.
Don't act like you knew that.
I did know that.
I asked you about it.
When?
Today.
No, you didn't.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so Jimmy did 2 filaments of purple and of pink, and it came out with this awesome gradient unicorn.
And you
at,
don't.
like,
And you don't have to get the rainbow fill.
I
You
know.
just, like,
So I just
make
need
your
this
own.
printer. Can I get that in California?
Yes.
Since I can't get the rainbow filament in California.
Cool.
It is cool.
Pooch is very quiet over there.
That's why.
I just said cool.
Whatever.
He's like, yeah, that's cool. I
Next.
guess.
Hey, look, Jimmy's here. He heard you talking about his ears burning.
Jimmy!
We saw Jimmy. At
Welcome
Maker
home
Faire.
from work.
Yeah, seriously.
I didn't see Jimmy. I
We
saw
did.
Calvin.
Oh, we saw Jimmy.
Oh man, Jimmy, you owe me. You owe me a
A
big,
big Jimmy hug.
hug. Big Jimmy hug. That's weak.
All right, this is our last tag for the main show. We've got Disc One sharing mini
End of the merge show.
Wexter-esque models. This is, wait, look at the thing again. This is,
It's a Wexter wannabe?
it's Wexter-esque, and he says that it's inspired One Punch Man,
One
aka Caped Buddy.
One
Caped
Punch
Buddy.
Man.
I love it.
Oh man, that's funny.
It's great. I think it's great. Oh
I
man.
like how he painted it too.
So yeah, we didn't really talk much about Bay Area Maker Faire. There was cool stuff.
Yeah, we have lots of videos and stuff.
We were
but-
supposed to share more about it.
We're
We're
lame.
kind of super lacking. Things have been nuts.
Oh, you didn't share this.
I
this
know,
is
that's
supposed to
on
be for me to
yours.
talk about.
Oh, this is on our individual.
Gotcha. I'll just cue that up.
They're all saying that the reason we can't get rainbow filament here is because it causes cancer. which is probably true.
Super cancer.
Everybody knows the science says rainbows cause cancer.
Yeah. I said, welcome to California. Don't drink the water. Don't breathe the air, and don't walk on the ground.
No.
Enjoy your stay.
Yeah, but
Definitely don't walk on the ground.
Don't walk on the ground. It's a bad idea. Show this one, Travis. This is yours. You were super jazzed about it. Did we see this at Baker Fair?
No.
Oh, I thought we saw something like
I
it.
saw this on Reddit, and I was like, this has to be seen because it's pretty insane.
Ooh, Reddit.
What? Oh, this is a 5-axis 3D printer. Have you seen this, Pooch?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Don't act like you've seen everything.
I don't. I admit when I haven't seen everything.
What is it printing right now?
It's just.
Have you guys seen
printing
this?
over
Chat,
this.
have you seen this?
It's tracing the path around the weird artwork.
Yeah, which I think is also 3D printed.
Yeah, is
Now
the
this,
whole thing
to be,
3D printed?
to be fair, I will give you this, Heather. I hadn't seen this particular 5-axis printer, but I have seen other 5-axis 3D printers.
It's just one of those cool things that you look at and you go, "Holy crap!"
Well, so my question is, of many, does it take longer to print something? And what is the benefit of... So is it like you can print something without supports? Like, is that... Like, what is the real world application of utilizing a printer like this?
All right, so first of all, look at what it's doing here and think about the application as a multi-material thing. So instead of having to switch filaments and like splice together stuff and chop in, it can literally do the whole model, and then it can go back and trace over, different details and stuff like that, which is crazy. The other thing is you can print like things that would otherwise be difficult because of overhangs, because you can actually invert the print head, or in the case of some other ones, like the actual table would tilt.
Well, I think, I think we saw something like that at Baker Fair.
There's also the Scara arm setups that you've seen, like probably seen at Murph before, that look like more like an automotive robot that can kind of print in all different orientations.
Yeah.
This is wacky, man. Like look at the nozzle.
Dude,
and
it's crazy. Yeah, you and Todd says, how do you even slice for it?
It says slicing done using our own self-developed slicer.
It's got a slice.
Custom G code. That's what Mad Monkey's saying for sure. That's insane. That's nuts.
It's neat. It's neat. I don't know that I see that in commonplace anytime soon. But hey,
I need one. No, just kidding. I don't need that. I
Want
don't need
that?
that. No.
I don't want it. I'm not trying
it's
to
too
slice
much.
for that
I
thing.
can barely use the printers we have.
I mean, I want one of those, and then something that comes in and puts little rhinestones on.
Oh, there
and,
you
like,
go. It
bedazzles
bedazzles it.
your
Bedazzles
prints
it for you. No, I would much rather have a white knight than that. I feel much more application.
I mean,
why
why choose? Well, why not both?
Yeah, why not both?
I mean, I'm sorry, Carl, but yours is still only like 3 axis.
Unacceptable.
You're like still 2 axis behind here, buddy.
How dare you only have
I guess,
so many
I don't know,
axes?
Is it technically a 4 axis? Let me think about that.
So Pooch, did you have anything you wanted to talk about?
My big thing is how awesome Tanner is with all this stuff. So we're gonna do some more of these promos for the models. I really would love to get some feedback from people who've spent some time printing those.
I want to print a pink Jeep.
The battle pack just released. We'll have the rainbow pack up this week. I don't know if anybody saw my teaser. Like we can actually put all 12 of the different filaments that Repcore does in a rep box now, which is cool.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's a
All
rep
kinds of
box?
Oh my god, you eat, breathe, and sleep it, man. You should know.
Oh yeah,
Never heard of it.
seriously. Was that it? That's all you want to talk about? I want to print a pink Jeep. Can I get those files, please?
Pink Jeep.
Yeah, we get you set up. The other thing I guess I'd talk about is Maker Faire. There was some really neat, like non 3D printed related things that I saw there that I would just shout out to. Like one was, did you see the beat box that was like the cardboard? It was like a cardboard box with all those video game buttons on it.
I think
And it
Ari
was like-
played with that.
It was like a
Yeah.
custom
Shay-
beat box thing.
Yeah, Shay took
And it-
Ari over to see that. Beat
Super
box?
cheap, and you could plug in headphones to it, but it literally was like a cardboard kit, and it was pretty cheap, and I think like anybody that's into doing DJ mixing and stuff like that, or doing your own sound loops and stuff like that, like then the next investment you would make would be thousands of dollars compared to this like $100 kit or something. It was really neat.
Made out of cardboard.
And then did you see those sand tables that had like remind me like the Japanese sand garden where they're like raking the lines and stuff like that, but it was all automatic. It was like a marble that would like sit in it. Boy, you guys missed some cool stuff.
We were over drinking kombucha beer and
Couldn't pay me enough. Did you make your own sauerkraut? They were doing that.
we did not make our own sauerkraut.
Like the
We were
fermented
soldering and drinking kombucha beer. I think
I
that's
think
what
I
we
might have saw the same thing. But
I was this close to actually living my dream of getting to try a strawberry-filled churro, and the freaking guy in front of me like bought the last two. And
Of course. That is so terrible.
I didn't have a thing against Ukrainians, but now I do, even though I don't know. It doesn't matter what it is. But he took the guy in front of me who ordered the last two strawberry churros was Ukrainian, and now I'm feeling like a little bit. I'm triggered now. Apparently,
Triggered
by Ukrainians.
by the country of Ukraine.
No, I love
Jeez.
I love Ukrainians. I love all nationalities.
Oh my goodness.
Unless you eat my churros.
Yeah, churros. Is that all you want to talk about? You got anything else?
And rant.
And
And
rant.
rant.
Oh, so you talked about the trash can. Pooch, remember you talked about the pink trash can?
Pink trash cans, baby.
So I talked to our garbage company, and the sad news is they only offer the tiny miniature.
oh, they don't have a big one?
They only
What?
offer the smallest one.
I mean, why don't you guys just make less trash?
Yeah, right. We are
Yeah, we're making more
trash
now.
all the time.
Production.
So I may have to see about, you can actually purchase the trash cans directly from the manufacturer. I have to see how much the 96 gallon costs.
Can you get more than one?
I don't know, because the lady emailed back, she's like, we only offer that in the 35 gallon. Do you want to reduce to the lowest level that we offer? I'm like,
Can we have the big one and the pink one?
oh yeah, maybe we could have two. Maybe we could have the pink one and the regular one. That would be good. We'll see. Anyways.
I'm loving trash cans for a cause.
I know, it's sad,
amazing.
right? I'm like, we're just trying to do the right thing. No. Oh, okay. And then, so we were just talking about it actually in the chat. So, and we talked about it earlier. We've been having some issues with our community Ketchup hashtagging, and the last two fortnights, 3D Tanny's posts have not been coming through. Thus, I created a 3D Tanny montage of all the posts that 3D Tanny did in the link, so you can go.
We need a 3D Tanny song. It's the 3D Tanny time. It's the 3D
tags. But they are pretty cool, so you should check them out. This was I think this is a sewing thing. I love 3D Tanny's tags because they're always not 3D printing related.
Because that's what you told him to
Yes,
say.
I know. He's after my heart because he's like.
I think our bot like flagged him. He tagged so many things that he got flagged somehow, and that's why it wasn't coming through. So for those of you who are wondering what's going on, like we actually use if this then that to basically like help funnel tags to us because it's hard to manually go through and do it on Twitter. And apparently some of the most prolific taggers were getting excluded. We're not entirely sure why, but we're working on rectifying. Look at that spirograph.
No, that's
But
a sewing machine.
It's a sewing machine
It looks like a
spirograph.
spirograph, yeah.
So there's a bunch of good stuff from 3D Tanny there. You have to go check them out because we're sad that tags didn't pick up. It
You
made me
just got him
sad.
3D spammy.
3D spammy.
That's what Whalebot said.
Yes. Don't be a 3D spammy. Oh, there it
No.
was. There was this. No, that was the one he showed me. That was the one that triggered it because last time
The
we didn't
Cajun
show
cornbread.
Cajun cornbread. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look so good?
That's pretty good.
Cornbread.
Oh, so
Nothing
delicious.
wrong with that.
I want some cornbread right now.
Everyone loves cornbread.
Everybody loves cornbread.
Everyone.
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 Everyone likes cornbread.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that's the show. We're so
Ooh,
long.
who's
Let's
bashing
go.
on the TMC driver?
We have to give away
Who
some
would dare?
Gloop.
We're gonna give away some Gloop.
Let's do it. Let's gloop it up.
Are we
Gloop.
going to?
There it is.
Oh, don't
Gloop.
even. That's so
It's a
freaking
lot of-
terrible. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we have two. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Blocking off Pooch there.
There it is.
We're going to give away 2 things of Gloop. We're going to give away 1 bottle of Gloop and 1 tube of Gloop. Tube. So should we do the bottle for people that tagged and the tube for people in the chat, or vice versa?
Oh, decisions. I don't know. Doesn't matter really.
It's gonna be random
It
anyway.
is going to be random. So let's do the oh wait, really quick, sorry. Sidetrack. Look at these.
Disclaimer.
I know. Look at
Don't-
these cool...
don't be an idiot.
Go here. Oh, look. These oh, you can't see it. Oh. Look at 3D printing. Dad sent me the. Is it 3D printing? Dad, I'm being all
Oh.
janky now. Did you see this?
3D printing dead.
Yeah,
You're being janky.
I am. Oh, I can't see. Look, it's his clock
Oh yeah.
and his face, his little avatar.
Mm-hmm.
He sent these to us. Oh, jeez, I can't
That's
work
awesome.
the Ketchy Cam. Anyway,
mean,
these were
Yeah,
specially
Dustin sent us some stuff. Did anybody else send us stuff?
Sean is already typing hashtag winner.
specially made for us. Anyway, okay, Ketchy Cam. So we're gonna
And
do.
we already have a winner apparently.
How do
You
we
did
already
it.
have
You
one?
did it.
Sean
Yep,
typed
number
it and we and it's
Sean, darn you,
He's
Sean.
speeding up the show. He wants to go
I
to
mean,
bed.
what's the
He's
difference? He's like, I gotta go to bed.
Okay,
What's the
fine.
name, Sean?
You went to bed. Okay,
Uh,
who won the tube then?
Jeff
Sean.
Slater did.
No, Jeff Slater can't win because he just won last week. So do it again.
Oh.
Oh, he already said, huh? Okay, we'll buy you a tube, Jeff. Pick another one too, because Jeff just won last week or last fortnight. So do another one since you're all eager
Fortnite
beaver.
of your.
And then we're gonna do the.
Just do that one now.
Okay, can you see? Can you see the names? No, you can't see the names.
Oh.
Can you
Oh my
smell?
gosh. Okay, here's the names.
names.
This way.
Wait for a second.
Go.
You take it too long.
Okay, go. The light speeds. 120 milliliter. glue.
I hope Eddie wins and then we don't ever mail it to him.
Hey, I mailed him the last prize.
Turn-
Turn off the
Did you
Ketchy
send out
Cam.
the zombie sign? Did you send out the zombie
No,
sign?
sorry.
Don't talk about that,
sorry,
Terry.
3D,
No,
3D
3D
printing
printing
llama.
llama. 3D
Yeah.
printing llama. That's
We
right.
still have your zombie sign that we were going to send to you. I promise.
You're
very
not getting
much.
it anymore,
You will.
Llama.
Okay, so Sean, did you do it again? How come it's not working this time, Sean?
It's because it only
Just
ever
wait,
works
you gotta-
once for Sean.
Gotta wait for it.
He did it forever ago. And I'm on live chat now. So the light speeds. Oh wait, he's doing it again.
You gotta type hashtag wiener.
Wiener.
See if it works for me.
Oh gee. Now we're gonna get 2.
No, it'll be whoever comes up first.
It's the next winner.
Oh yes, I know 3D print. It's on our stairs. It needs to get sent out.
They're worried about zombies on their stairs, so they just leave it there.
Yes,
Yeah,
I did
we're
send
trying
out a
to-
tweet. I sent out all of the notifications to, or sent out the information to Printed Solid and Fatera. You guys should be getting
See,
your
whenever
orders
we have
soon.
the sponsors send out the prizes, it comes out faster. But when it's
No,
our
it's still a month
responsibility, like yeah, I know, but
Because I had to
still.
send them the information.
But still, 3D printing llama won like 2 months ago or something.
Yeah, you did. Okay, it's still not
Been
doing
a
it.
long time. Well,
We said you win. We didn't say when you get it.
Yeah.
Let's,
Listen.
I mean, you get what you pay for.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Okay,
You didn't
Travis,
pay for anything, you don't get anything.
Travis is trying again.
I'm
What
right.
what did Andrew tell you about the tube, Pooch? Don't squeeze the tube.
Oh, right. He said don't unroll the end, and you got to make sure you puncture the end
why would you
because if you
unroll it?
squeeze the
I didn't
Well,
know that's what
I
he
don't
did.
know.
I thought he just squeezed it too crazy and it went.
Who did?
well, yeah, that's the other
Pooch! He
thing. Like,
was
if you,
oozing his thing everywhere.
because it's aluminum and it just looks like it wants to be
Aluminum.
squoze, and when you do it, like it can leak out the bottom. So you need to puncture the top before you start manhandling.
But
Yeah.
why would you unroll the bottom anyway?
Have you never
Well, 'cause
opened anything
it was-
like that?
No, I mean it was all rolled up like a tube of toothpaste on the other one that I had, and I don't know, my OCD was just going crazy, and so I started
Oh.
unrolling it, and then it started leaking out the bottom.
We have
So
no
don't do
winner. Nobody can pick a winner.
Also, I didn't read the thing that said "Don't be an idiot" on the warning.
Don't be an idiot. That's right. And you were obviously, so it didn't work out for you.
All right, so we're not getting another winner.
I
We
guess
give up.
not. it.
I mean, we
can't
could just
get
do another
winner.
one from the tags.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. I want to do it.
Okay, let Pooch do it. Pooch, you're not even a freaking mod.
Is he? I thought he was.
What the heck? Why am I not allowed?
No, I think he is. Just yeah, he is.
Okay, try it. We're gonna get. I'm so worried. We're gonna like 47. Is it because you're not supposed to do caps? Maybe you're not supposed to do
I'm
caps.
a mod. Maybe it isn't. Yeah, maybe it's camel case.
I tried that too.
Oh my god! Everyone says blame it on you, Pooch.
Put it in the blame Pooch bit.
Put it in the blame, Pooch.
Guess we can't have a winner. I think it looks like Nightbot's on strike.
I guess. Okay, I'm gonna just. Do... Wait!
Mad Monkey!
Mad Monkey! Woo! Mad Monkey! Oh wait, why is it saying congratulations, John Mack too?
Because, wait.
Wait. Hold on.
Where was John Mack? I didn't see John Mack.
Nobody. That's
That's Sean.
Sean.
That's just Sean.
Okay, Sean's just saying congratulations, John Mack. I was like, oh wait a minute, I'm super messed up now.
Yeah, I didn't see no.
Song request. Yeah, we don't have the song request feature
Oh my
set up.
gosh, so we are not cool. Okay, so we have Mad Monkey.
I volunteer.
I volunteer as
We
tribute.
get a volunteer. We get a volunteer.
So we've got Mad Monkey. Now I totally forgot who won what. Mad Monkey and who? Jeff Slater won a tube. A tube. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Slater won last week.
He said.
No, he won. Remember, we drew another one.
We drew another one. We're gonna pay for. We're gonna pay for one.
The
And the
light
light
speeds.
speeds won the bottle. Okay, we're good.
Oh yeah.
We got it. John, you're not
Eric?
invisible. What? Did it really say you won, John? I'm so because I don't see it.
No, it's
He
Sean
said
was
he's messing
bluffing.
with it.
He's messing around.
Yeah, Sean was messing around.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry about
We're
it.
gonna take your privileges away, Sean.
If you haven't seen this, check out this bottle. This 3D printed Slinky from Prusa. You guys gotta check it out. This
I
is
know.
one of my
I want to
favorite-
print one of those.
Yeah,
I want to print one of those.
pretty cool.
You
This
and
is my
Todd
OD
says
green.
Mad Monkey and me won.
OD green. OD green.
Anyways, oh my goodness. As always, we are a cluster. We love you guys. Thanks for catching up with us. Until next fortnight, we don't have a sponsor, so we'll figure that out. And
We'll try to get a sponsor.
we'll try to get a sponsor. Yeah.
Deuces, everybody. Love y'all. Thanks for catching up with us.
Later.
Thanks for catching up. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks for mustarding.
Don't call
Thanks
me
for
girly.
mustarding.
Must be go there.
Don't call me girl. That's the stuff.
That's the stuff.
That's the stuff.
Bye, everybody.